Hey folks, so welcome to another weekend DAX update from Charting Store. I'm Joe. It's Saturday the 20th of August and let's jump right into our short-term cycle chart. It's a 4-hour time frame based on the cash market, or what we call it, that's the German stock exchange, etc. What you see here are these three zones I was showing for the last couple of weeks, and as you can see, the green zone worked out perfectly. I think it was Wednesday. Let's jump into my Twitter account. I published all these short order pickups at DAX. It was 39.51. That was on Wednesday, and as you can see, the Cetera high was at 39.47, so I picked up actually the future high. And as you can see, it worked out quite well. I took already 1/3 out, so I made around 400 points profit at 13,550. 2/3 remain in the market because I don't believe we are done yet at all. My belief is that we keep moving down here into that cycle low. We are there right now. I think on Monday or Tuesday morning we're gonna experience another low or lower low, and probably we're gonna retest that 455, that low from the 10th of August, and then we probably move up in a corrective ABC move before there's another drop into that 13,170, 13,000 area. At the beginning of September, most likely, in my point of view. I mentioned these two lines. It's the daily MA15 and the MA20. And I said in a very strong bull market, these lines, they like to get confirmed on these pullbacks, but I don't believe we are in a bull market yet. So a pullback into these retracement, these red retracements, is most likely. We still have that bearish Wolver Wave wedge here. That target line runs presently at 13,270. There was another one which hit its target. If you follow me on Twitter, you actually saw all my target lines getting hit. There were quite a lot last week. We reached a lot of targets, and yeah, that's about our 4-hour time frame. And once we hop into our futures, that's my Elliott wave count. I'm expecting over the next couple of days. What I see here is that we had our first leg, the second, the third, the fifth ended up to being ending diagonal, and I think we're gonna have a look at the weekly and at the daily later on. Just considering these candlesticks, it looks like a proper reversal, it looks like a turnaround, and as I mentioned in the Cetera, we probably move down here either to that low or that low on Monday or Tuesday morning or afternoonish, and then we most likely move up in an ABC. And by the way, that should be, we can put some numbers here. That will be our W, that will be our X, and our Y for now. As long this one here is not extending too much. If after we have done that move and we come down here, and if this looks very impulsive, that might be a new count. That would be the 1, and then we're probably in a 3, but I don't think so. I think we are just moving down in a W, X up, and another Y to hit that 61.8 around that 13,000 area. By the way, we hit a statistical target. I took it out here from that descending broadening wedge. We missed the 100% target. We probably see that, but I can tell you one thing. As soon as we reach that statistical target, it's the absolute minimum, and we got there. And once we move back to test or retest that trend line, the probabilities are not really that high that we are moving up again. So we might be finished up here. It will depend on that move here if we get another leg up, but I don't think we're gonna do that next week. And by checking on volatility, I was giving you that bullish Wilbur wave wedge like I think it was 2 weeks ago, and I said volatility is most likely to pick up again at the 1 hour time frame of the VDAX, so it's the German VIX. What you see here, very nice positive RSI divergence building up, and as you can see from Thursday on, well, it's Thursday, it was Thursday, volatility picked up a lot on the DAX and moved up, and we are almost there to hit that target line. And once we hop into our daily cycle chart, that's also based on the Cetra, have a look at that candle and another one, and we will have a look at the weekly later on. Volume also started to pick up with that candle here, with that gap. So we had a gap down here, and we have now an open gap at 697, and here you see these moving averages where DAX just dived into. And I don't think we are done. And I wanted to mention another cycle because this red one probably moved out of sync totally, and we most likely have another one, this brownish one here, which suggests a low around the 6th of September. And this one worked out quite well lately, and that would also fit into our 4 hour time frame. Considering just this cycle strategy. And last but not least, I got the weekly for you. As you can see, the volume started to pick up comparing to the week before last week. And if we consider this one here as a new cycle, a new primary cycle, which ended here, and considering there's a big red one, which is totally still in sync for the last couple of months, if this one here was a half cycle bottom, a half cycle low, and this one actually went below that low, most likely we're gonna dive into October and we're gonna break that low as well. Just to keep that in mind, and by just zooming in, you have a look at that weekly candle. It looks like a proper reversal. DAX started to decline very sharply, and if this is a new primary cycle start here, we are in week 7 now, and usually these cycles somewhere between week 7 all the way up to week 11. It depends on which kind of major cycle we are in. They pull back and then they come back up, and then it depends if we take out that high or not. If we take out that high, it's most likely to be bullish. If we can't take out that low, we go into a so-called left-hand translation, and if that is the case, that cycle is bearish and will take out that low, and that might be the case for September or even October. So that's about the DAX. I hope it helped you out a bit. I will do another video about the US markets later on, probably later on or even tomorrow. I wish you all the best and have a great weekend. Thank you.